He's calling me right now.
Okay, I'm keeping the camera rolling.
Lock it up. Hello. Welcome to my home. Tomorrow, which will be Thursday, October 10th, 2019, that is the 10-year anniversary of the first date of me and Stan. I remember knowing Stan in 7th grade.
Yeah.
We were in world geography class together. I sat on one side near the windows. He sat on the other side near the teacher's desk.
Oh God.
He was very quiet and shy and like, oh, I'm just here. Don't notice me. Like I'm here. Hi. So we had like a really great friendship. Like we would hang out. He'd be like, here we're at my house, we're playing Guitar Hero, and we're friends. He was an athlete. And I did cheer through middle school and high school. So it was like, we're at the same spot all the time. Well, I started like flirting with Stan a little bit freshman year of high school. We would be in biology class and we sat kind of close, so we'd just be talking. And I'd be like, hi, I'm here. How are you? And I think it really confused him a little bit because he would be like, oh, you're a girl. What do I say? I don't know. Hi. I was like, hey, I like you because I think you're really cool and we're good friends and I don't know. I think you're nice and I like you. And he was like, I like you too, but I think I might like someone else as well. I'm not about the drama. So if you think you like someone else, why don't you try to date that other person? Because it's fine. We can just be friends. And we were. Yeah. So I don't remember how, but we got onto the subject of chocolate malts, which, as you know, they're like chocolate shakes, but they have malt in them.
Yes.
I've never had one because I'm a very picky eater and I don't know, malt is a very harsh word. So he was like, oh, malts are my favorite thing in the world. You have to have one. You're getting a malt. So I was like, great, I will get a malt with you. And he said, well, if you want, maybe we could get malts and like, I don't know, there's a new movie coming out called Zombieland. Maybe we could get malts and like also go see the zombie movie together. So I was like, yes. He comes to pick me up. I'm like, surprise. It's not just me. It's me, Stan, but also here's two buddies. We got Robert and Wade here. And I'm like, oh great. So the four of us are gonna go get malts and have a date. So it was a great first date, even though there were two other people on the date with us. Meanwhile, hold on.
Yeah. I'm ready. Oh shit.
Meanwhile, I was also talking to someone else.
What?
I know. What? How can you blame me? I was also talking to this boy named Matt. And Matt asked me on a date. He was like, hey, let's go on a date and let's go see Zombieland. And I was like, yep, I've never seen it. Let's go see it. This will be great. And so we went. And here's how you know it wasn't important, because I don't even remember that date, you know? After the date, I was like, you know what? Same kind of date, but honestly, if I'm looking inward and I think about my heart, I think I like Matt more. The thing is, you know, Stan is just such a good person, and he's like, I'm kind of shy, and he just wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna go get what I want. And just for some context, every year at my high school, we had a dance called the Jingle Bell Ball. Isn't that sweet?
Yes.
I think Stan and I had maybe talked about, oh, like, hey Stan, would you like maybe think about asking me? And he's like, oh yeah, I probably will. I'll ask you in like a cute way, whatever. But if you recall at this time, I was like, but I kind of like Matt more. If Matt asked me, I'd probably go with Matt. I heard a rumor one day that Matt was gonna ask someone else. I was like, fine. If Matt wants to ask someone else to this dance, I'm just gonna ask someone else to the dance too. So I was like, hey Stan, go to this Jingle Bell ball with me, or else. No, I didn't say that. I was like, hey Stan, I know you haven't asked me yet. That's fine. Do you want to go to JBB together? And he was like, oh yeah, I was gonna ask you, I promise. I was planning something, but yeah, let's go. Once I decided to go with Stan, I was like, you know what?
F Matt.
Yeah, I was like, honestly, fuck Matt. And I had a really good time with Stan on this date. And we've been such good, close friends for a number of years. And he's like super cute. And we have a good time together. And I think I actually really like him. So, December 4th, 2009, that was the day of the Jingle Bell Ball. We go and we have dinner at a place called The Brook, which is a place that I worked at, and it was super fun. And he paid for my dinner, and he's like, yeah, I'm gonna pay for your dinner, you know, because it's a real date, and you're a girl, and I'm gonna pay for your dinner. And we had a great time, and we danced, and we laughed, and like, from there, we just decided like, hey, we really like each other. And so we had our first kiss. When he dropped me off, he was like, I'm gonna kiss you. Mwah. It wasn't until December 16th of 2009 where it was right before choir class. I'm like, hey, I gotta go. I have choir class right behind me in the choir room. And he was like, wait, before you go, I need to ask, will you be my girlfriend? I was like, duh. Mwah. When you go into your relationship, you only ever see that person as the person you're dating. But Stan and I kind of linked up and we were like, oh, we're really good friends. Let's just be friends who also kiss. You know, whatever.
Yeah.
And that has really carried through all of the stages of our lives together. Like, we were in high school, and then once we graduated, we were like, we've graduated, what are we gonna do now? Oh, I guess we're going to college in the same city. In the end, we just decided like, hey, we'll stick together and we'll just see what happens. If we find that this is not what we want later, we can always say, hey, let's not. But it's good now, so we'll just keep going. And it ended up just always being good. We obviously talked about marriage for a long time, and we went on his family's annual trip to Destin, Florida. Before we went, I was like, Stan, you know I hate surprises. So if you are going to propose to me on this trip, I need to know right now. You don't have to tell me the details, when you're going to do it, how it's going to happen. That's fine. But if you're going to propose to me, I need to do it right now. Wait, no. If you're going to propose to me, I need to know it right now. He was like, yes, it's going to happen sometime this week. So we were in Florida, and I think it was like the second day we were there. It had been rainy all day, so we stayed inside. I was looking really gross. I did not do any makeup or hair or anything. When it was time for dinner, I just threw on some clothes, like shorts and a t-shirt. And on our way to dinner, I turned to Stan and I was like, wouldn't it be like hilarious if tonight is the night that you propose? And he kind of just like sat there and was like, didn't say anything. And I was like, are you doing it tonight? And he was like, I don't have to. And I was like, no. If you plan something, just do the plan and it'll be fine, and just do what you were gonna do. And so the whole night we were at dinner. I was like, oh God, when is it gonna happen? Towards the end of the night, there was like a fireworks show that was happening, and Stan knew that fireworks are my favorite thing in the whole world because I think fireworks are the closest humans can get to Harry Potter magic. So the fireworks started, and then they stopped, and I was like, oh, whew. Okay, maybe he was just messing with me. And then they started up again, and then all of a sudden I look around and he's like down on one knee, has the ring, proposes to me, and he was whispering in my ear, and he was like, I just realized that I didn't prepare anything to say. I love you. I don't really know what else to say. Hey, will you marry me? And I was like, duh. I really did. I was like, duh. I didn't say yes or anything.
So it came full circle because when he asked you to be his girlfriend, you were like, duh.
You know, the thing with Stan is that it's just fun.
Mm-hmm.
I think because we were friends for such a long time, that really allowed us to have a fun relationship, because at the root of everything, we're friends first. Stan, I love you so much, and here's to another 10.